Welcome to Liberate University. Liberate University is free educational content released for the benefit and enjoyment of all. Many thanks to our gracious family of world-class practitioners for sharing their work.
Hi friends, I'm Helen Vonderheide. I am one of the practitioners here at Liberate Hollywood. Welcome back to another episode of Liberate University. I'm here to talk to you about grounding, the importance of grounding and the effects that it can have on your spiritual practices. So before we even discuss grounding, I want to share a little bit about why we even need to ground. So when you start to engage in your spiritual practices, and that's really anything that is making you feel good, empowered, and is enlightening your life. So it can be anything. But when we start to engage in those practices, we start to access these higher realms of consciousness, information, and wisdom. And the more that we start to access beyond us, it's almost like the more this aspect of our soul starts to really expand to meet these higher levels of consciousness where they are at. So that can feel like an out-of-body experience. And sometimes the deeper you go, the more disconnected you feel from your physical body. Your physical body is this physical manifestation and expression of your soul, of your spirit, of this non-physical energy. So we want to go to these higher realms and acquire this information because it's very supportive for our journey and it helps inform the choices that we make. So all of us want to be in alignment with the highest potential and the greatest possibilities that will bring us the most, that feels good. And so working in these higher realms can really inform certain choices that you make around your relationships, around your opportunities. It can be a very powerful resource for you to work in, no matter what that resource looks like. So here's where grounding comes in. So the more we are continuing to expand our field of consciousness, the more likely it is that we will be grounded in this physical body. So it is very important, because we are human beings on the earth plane, that we get back inside this body and we put all of that cosmic goodness to use. So grounding. What I have found is, and I work in the Akashic Records. So after I'm done working in the Akashic Records, I need to do some sort of activity that reminds me that I'm a human being. What I like to do after I work with clients, or maybe after I'm done teaching, is I like to prepare my own food. Now you want to be careful when you're using a knife and make sure that you really are grounded. So I like to cut my vegetables. I like to prepare my proteins. And then I like to really enjoy the meal. So it's really easy for me to go get takeout or heat up a prefixed meal. But preparing food, cooking is actually part of my grounding experience. Then I like to wash my dishes. I find that having my hands in the water, actually like water touching my skin, is reminding me, okay, it's time for you to come back to this right now, to be in this body. Another way that I like to ground is to take showers. I just take one shower a day, but in the mornings, after I'm done sleeping, and I've probably had some pretty incredible dreams, it's again really helpful for me to get back into my body. So showers is another way that I like to ground. I also like to walk outside, feel the fresh air, hear the birds, the insects, the neighbors, the barking dogs. All those things are reminding me like, okay, I'm in this body and I'm right here. I also really enjoy doing other activities like hiking, yoga, Pilates, some form of working out. Again, that really strengthens my ability to be in my body. There's so many activities that you guys can choose from when it comes to getting grounded. You're going to find what activity best supports you. But it is important to ground this cosmic intelligence that you are bringing down into you. Because when you ground it, when you ground yourself, you start to see how life starts to bring you what you need without you having to exert a lot of activity or effort. So grounding can actually be a practice in itself, just like connecting to these higher realms can be a practice in itself. So what I found is post-grounding, I don't really need to do a lot of things to bring things to me. Things just start to come because I've been able to participate in this experience from beginning all the way to end. Now, the effects of grounding start to bring, like life starts to meet you where you're at, but it is also important to take action on the earth plane. So that might be following through on some of the guidance, insight, or information that you do receive when you are connected to your spiritual practice. I'm excited to share this because grounding is something that's been coming up for me recently. I think that all of us can relate to connecting and communicating with someone who's not really grounded or feeling like stable in their body. And it's not the most optimal way that we want to show up in the world. So give yourself an opportunity to be inside your body and really connect and relate to the people who are in your life. And that's also another way of grounding, is connecting, having conversations, enjoying company, relating with other people that are in your community. Again, anything that's reminding you that you are human and you deserve to have all of the beautiful benefits that come with being a human and also doing your spiritual work. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you for being a part of this class. We hope to see you at the next one.